Welcome back to the dev blog. Not a whole wide gamut of changes this week, but the changes that there have been are pretty massive. So I will start with the small things first. The oh, actually, I don't even have one in here. The printing press. The printing press now checks the nodes when you place it both above itself and to the right, because it is a taller node and a wider node. So it checks both positions before you can place it. The weaving loom also does the same now, which it didn't used to do, or at least it should. It doesn't at the time of the video, but local code does. So I'm sure by the time the video goes live, the server will have restarted, and we will have that functioning. That's, I think, it. Yep, that's it. And then on to the fun stuff. So to start off with, let me visit the books here. Server specific information. We have max HP, which was alluded to last week. It is now on. Any newcomers to the server will find themselves starting with 40 maximum HP, and they can increase it up to 45 by eating chocolate blocks and increase it up to 60 by eating golden carrots. And then there are some mobs that drop potions that'll increase your max HP by 5 with different caps. I don't think any of those are in creative, no, so I'd have to do give me max HP potion, say 3, I think. That's not what it's called. Potion underscore 3? That's also not what it's called. Let me find out what this is called. I just gotta peek at the code real quick. I thought there were potions. Oh, it's life force. Life force. Give me max HP life force. And we'll just do life force 4. So these will all be, your drops will all be like these little potion bottle kind of things with this different texture in it, different colors. And they're all drinkable. Oh, that one even worked for me. Sweet. Now I have a max HP of 70. Those will increase your max HP by 5 points each. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the one thing I was supposed to do. Oh, no, it's in the documents. Okay. So if we do... that would be miscellaneous items, right? Mid-tier life force. Now, unfortunately, there are... Okay, it does give you the item string here, which I don't think you would know from a monster dropping it. Life force 4 increases maximum HP by 5 up to 95. Life force 5 increases max HP up to 110. 5 HP increase each time. So if you only had 40 health points, you could get all the way up to 110 by just using a bunch of these potions, but you would have to kill a bunch of mobs to get them. And I'm not saying which mobs drop which. Though, admittedly, it should be pretty obvious that the low tier are dropped by, lesser powerful animals and monsters. Mid tier are kind of mid power, high tier are, more powerful. You'd kind of figure that's the way it goes. I'm not saying if that is the way it goes or not. Of course, the code's public online, so anybody could literally check and see which mobs drop what. But I digress. So that's available. Oh, and when you die, you will lose some of your maximum health points as well. That is now working. So if I run over... And if I were to kill myself in the lava, which I would never do because I'm not an idiot. But if I were to do that, you would see that I would then have a maximum health points of 69. And then if I did again, 68. And pretty much the whole reason this mod was introduced was because dummies kept going into this lava to die, to make the lava spill out. So I decided, well, let's incentivize not killing yourself in lava with an empty inventory because you'll lose health points. And then, well, of course, if you could lose health points, you have to be to regain them. And then, well, you may as well just be able to regain a whole bunch. So right now, I think it's hard capped at 500. No, actually, it's not even. It's hard capped at 500 if in code you don't define what the cap is. But you could define a cap of 2,000, and I assume Mindtest will let you get 2,000. I don't know for certain. But yeah, so that is now live. The Rosethinium Armor, this might still be screwed up. I think Silicone Penguin was the one who brought this to my attention. The red ones, the red stones here, were in the gray asteroids, and the dark gray ones here were in the redstone asteroids. Hopefully that's fixed now. I think I got it right. It's hard to do because they're very rare, so it's difficult to find them. Also, I guess the shield was called Titanium Shield in the last video. Oops, that's fixed. It's also craftable now. I don't know why it's showing only with the... Oh, don't tell me it's still broke. Oh, here we go. So it can be crafted and repaired. And then let's take a look. The new armor screen! It's so cool. As you can tell, obviously there are 8 armor slots now, which is pretty dope. You can put anything in any slot, as always, so you don't have to put things in necessarily like the right slots. Any slot will work, but I just have it, obviously, as you've seen, I had it all messed up, and then I rearrange it to make it neat. And you might be wondering, well, why would you do this? What's the advantage of 3 extra slots? What did it used to have? It was 6, and you could get 5 pieces, right? You got the 4 pieces of armor here, and then your shield. That's 5. So now there's 2 extra empty slots. What's the point of that? Who needs that? Why do you need extra slots? Well, let me tell you, my fine friends or enemies. I mean, I'm not gonna. What's the word I'm looking for here? I'm not going to something. I can't think of the word. Discriminate. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not going to discriminate. So there are some new things. Now these don't really exist in game yet. I mean, obviously they do because I'm going to give myself some, but they're not craftable. And they're also they're just test dummies for the most part. We have the Amulets of Speed, which I think still has a ring icon because I didn't make a new amulet. Let me see. I have the Give Me Epic. They're all epic items, of course. Gloves of Speed. And yeah, amulets. Wait, where did the Gloves of Speed go? They're supposed to be a glove icon. Oh no. Wait, did it? That's weird. Oh, glove. It's Gloves of Speed. That looks like Oh no, that's right. Why does that? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong fields. Forgive me. I'm just an idiot. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Give Me Epic. I'll do the Ring of Health because I discovered this and this is really neat. Okay, so we have an amulet. Obviously, it looks like a ring. I know I need to get an amulet texture. I'll leave that one till later. We have the Gloves of Speed and the Ring of Health. So first off, let me just... Oh, I guess the server hasn't updated yet. Cool. Well, ignore all of this. The only reason I pulled that up is in the third person view, or if you're looking at another player, there's no way to know if they're wearing the ring or the gloves or the oh, that was actually the amulet, or the amulet. You don't know. And you don't know because they don't put textures either in the preview or on the player model. So that was the wrong button to hit. So as you can see, there's no ring showing or amulet or gloves. But these do afford for a variety of things. I'm not sure why everything just took damage. That's kind of weird. That probably happened because I put on the Ring of Health, and that also looks a little goofy. Okay. I did not have that problem locally. Anyway, so these all afford extra little perks and boosts. So like this Amulet of Speed, we have a speed multiplier of 295. Now I got 3.7, so I could go, gotta go fast. Of course that's kind of annoying, so I'll turn that off. The Gloves of Speed. Oh dude, these are both speed. Dude, 4.45 speed. I'm so fast. Now keep in mind these are just test items that I was fooling around with to see. This is crowning achievement right here. This Ring of Health. We got the max health of 70 there. Give myself the ring. I have maximum health of 75. Take the ring away, and my max health goes down to 70. For some reason, the HUD bar doesn't update. Probably because the server's still running 5.2. By the time this video goes live, it'll hopefully be running 5.3. Trying to get it updated. I would have updated before this video, but people were on the server, so that's why I didn't get updated yet. But yeah, so we'll have different rings that afford different things. So you'll be able to get, you know, rings of speed or damage resistance, and I suppose now would be a good time to cover all of these new options we have here, and to get some clarity on how the new armor works. For the most part, you should see an improvement in no matter what armor you have. It should be better than it used to be. So we'll start off with the weakest armor, which is the wooden armor. Block 24, 1 damage resistance, a speed multiplier of 0.92, so it makes you a little slower when you're using wooden armor. The physics, so the speed, jump, and gravity, I still need to tweak on all the armors. So those will be changing a little bit. They're just going to be small tweaks. Like, we're talking, this is 0.92. Everything will be under a tenth of a number difference for a full set. So you're not going to see anything big or crazy happening here. The only one that might get a little extreme would be the Rosethinium here with improvements. Like, it gives you some fire rating, and gives you some oxygen regen, just base. And these are going to have the enchanted versions available as well, which I still need to get the enchanted one for speed. But be that as it may, I should explain how this stuff works. So, why is there a torch floating off of my ceiling? Sorry, I get easily distracted and people are... I don't even know how somebody would have done that. All right, back to how this works. So, if you really want to know how it works, you can check out the code in 3D Armor. But because you don't really care that much, I'll explain it in layman's terms. Basically, I rewrote the entire the entire system for combat and damage and all that stuff. 3D Armor was just using the built-in armor, I guess, from Mindtest. So like you have different armor ratings, which would just be from level 0 up to whatever the max is, and higher protects you more, basically. So the old level value, which you will notice is not here anymore, that means nothing. 3D Armor actually very nicely already had a value of a level multiplier, and I just set level multiplier to 0. So level on all armor is 0. The armor, combat mechanic, all that stuff is handled by the code I wrote, all Lua. I think the other armor stuff would be written or handled by C or C++ or C# or whatever it's called. I don't think it's C#. That's a different one, different variant or something. Anyway, that's besides the point. So how this works is very D&D-ish, RPG-ish, I guess. So we have a block of 24. and all of the mobs have been. Oh, I updated mobs redo as well. I wrote a bunch of custom code for that. I'll get to that after I finish explaining this. So block 24 basically says if the attack chance of whatever's attacking you is greater than 24, it'll pick a random number between 1 and whatever that attack chance is, and then compare that number to the block number. And if that random number chosen is less than 24, you block the attack, so you don't take damage. If the attack chance of the specific thing is less than 24, well, then you just never take damage from it. So, say for example, I forget what, some real low-level mobs like the cat or the bunny, the goats. They have I believe it's damage chance, I called it, in Mobs Redo, of less than 24. So those animals, if you're wearing wooden armor, they can't do you any damage because their attack chance is less than your block chance, essentially. Chance is kind of the wrong word to use because it implies that, you're like percentages, and it really isn't, because this 24 isn't 24 out of anything. That's just its level, and then the other thing's level is a number, and it could be a random number between two. It's kind of complicated. But yeah, so essentially, if you're wearing something such as the titanium armor, you have block of 102. There are, I think at the time of this recording, I think there are 5 mobs that have an damage chance or attack chance, whatever I called it, of more than 100. So there are only a couple things that can damage you when you're wearing titanium armor. However, if somebody has these legendary weapons, these have much higher attack chances. So somebody with a legendary weapon could still deal you damage while you're wearing titanium armor. That's the beauty of the system. It allows me to do all of this stuff, which before I couldn't. And then damage resistance. So, I changed some more code in Mobs Redo, which I'll try to remember to get back to all these Mobs Redo changes I did, which I can't really show you anything for because it's just code. There's no front end stuff you can see on it. Damage resistance of 1. So if something's attacking you and they're trying to deal 5 damage, you have this wooden armor on, well, it gives you damage resistance of 1. So that 5 damage it tried to deal you is reduced down to 4 damage, which, cool, because as you upgrade, we have damage resistance of 6. So if something's trying to attack you for, 8 points, well, you only take 2 points of damage now because your armor can resist 6 points of damage. And if we go all the way over to here, we have 8 damage resistance on the Rosethinium, the admin crown, which I know you can't get, so it's kind of pointless to mention it or anything, has been really boosted. I don't know why the block's only 50 though. I thought it had up block to 500. Interesting. Is there some reason that can't display the full amount? Anyway, that's doesn't really matter. I have 50 damage resistance. So the only way I can theoretically take damage while wearing the admin crown is if something attacks me for more than 50 points, which I don't know if anything has that many points. So I should still be relatively invincible in the admin crown. That's good. That's good. Let's see here. So we have fire rating. That didn't change. Oxygen regen. Oxygen regen is bubbles of oxygen, I guess, per second. Heal is health points per second. Your multipliers, those haven't changed. Higher numbers are better. Lower numbers, obviously, are worse. So a speed multiplier of 0.92. If you multiply 1 by 0.92, you get 0.92, so it's a decrease. Whereas if your speed multiplier was 1.92, and obviously you're multiplying that by 1, well, now you have 1.92, so it's an increase in speed. But really, this is where you want to do your stuff. Like you can mix and match. So if I take off that because it's a little OP, and I take off this, say I use those, I give myself the titanium shield, and this. I guess I should give myself a helmet. Oh, it gives me 1 fire resistance. Now, I'm not sure what 1 accounts for, actually. So I can't tell you too much what that actually helps with. Gravity multiplier. I have a little less gravity. And I have a bit of jump. I don't know what's supplying those. 105 block, not too bad. Pro tip, shields. Shields are quite good when it comes to block. Oh, I have to do this. Shields are quite good when it comes to block, so if you haven't been using shields, you should get some shields. They also have this feature, which I didn't know about, of reflecting damage or something. So if you have a shield and somebody attacks you, there is a chance that they could actually take damage. I don't know if it works on mobs at all, but I didn't know about that option for shields before until I started doing this code rewrite, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Didn't know about that. Okay, yeah, so that's this. So then moving on to the mob side of things, and again, I can't show you anything for this, so I may as well just walk around, I guess. For the mob side of things, I added a few new fields to the mob registrations. So mobs had damage before, and you could set a mob with, oh, I don't know, 7 damage. And every time it attacked, it would deal 7 damage. You wouldn't necessarily see 7 damage because of different armor values and stuff, but it would hit you for 7 damage points. Well, that's kind of predictable. And animals as organic living creatures aren't really predictable. So I changed that. So there is now a damage max value, and when the animal or monster, whatever, attacks, it picks a random number between damage min, or well, actually just damage because I kept it backward compatible, and damage max. So there is now some variation in the attack values, and I also made it so if for some reason I accidentally forgot to change a mob, it'll just I think it'll divide the damage by 4 and then subtract whatever that result is from the original number, and it'll also add it to the original number, making, you know, 2 numbers that are, so for example, if it had 8 damage, a quarter of 8's 2 obviously, so it would put the damage to 6 and max damage to 10, so it gives some random variation in there, which I thought was a nice touch. Also, the damage chance, I think I called it. It doesn't really matter what it's called. It's just an internal name that the code uses. Basically defines what armor it'll be effective against. So if you're wearing diamond armor or the titanium or rosethinium, there is a lot of mobs that actually can't deal you any damage because your armor is so good that their attacks won't do anything. This little turtle here I don't think can actually attack me, so I'll let him live. I'll leave him be in peace. Oh, somebody's got a nice little PB&J time. I do like me a good PB&J sandwich on some delicious whole wheat bread. It is quite good, I must say. Some homemade, of course, bread. I've never made my own peanut butter or jelly. That's really besides the point, though. Nobody... Oh, I was down there, and I didn't get out soon enough. I couldn't even tell. Here we are. Okay. So then... Oh, it's missing a square. That's sad. So the mobs and animals have their different attack amounts. I don't know why I came down into the nether, but I guess whatever. So for example, we'll just pick the zombies as an example. So say and I don't remember what the values were, but I'll just say the zombies have a damage chance of 15. Well, I have block of 50, so there's no way that a zombie would ever deal me damage because my block will block his attack every single time. Now something that had a higher attack, say the nether larva, They have a higher attack. They could deal me damage. But my damage resistance will protect me up to 50 hit points, which I don't think they hit with that many points. So my damage resistance will pretty much protect me from everything, with the exception of maybe some of the legendary weapons, but I don't even think those are up to 50. I think those are like 30 or 40. But here's where things get pretty dope. So with the old code, it was 100% impossible to do this. I'm 100% sure it was 100% impossible. I made it so if I'm wearing, I think, a suit of diamond armor and a zombie's attacking me, his attack won't even hurt the armor because his attack's like 2 points. And the diamond armor gives like 6 damage resistance or something, and the black's high enough. I forget what the exact code was. Let me pull it up real quick. It was pretty genius, I thought. This is the wrong file. It's here someplace. Bear with me one moment. That's definitely not the file. Oh, this might be it. Is this it? Where is it? I know it's here because where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, so the code is damage resistance, blah blah blah, block. Should damage. Okay, so this is how this works. So I should be better at explaining how this code works. If the amount of health point change that you would take is less than half of your damage resistance, your armor will not take damage. Actually, I think code-wise it's the other way around. If the attack chance, or if the change in health points is greater than your damage resistance divided by 2 half your damage resistance, then you do take damage. But either way, it works out the same way. So basically, to break that all down, what that means is I have 50 damage resistance, and now the admin crown doesn't take damage ever. But if it did, I have 50 damage resistance. So my admin crown wouldn't even take damage no matter what, unless the health or the hit point damage, the health damage, whatever, it all muddles together. Unless I was attacked for more than 25 points, my armor would not take any damage because of the damage resistance that I have. So if I could throw these up in there, why is this not? What happened? Hey, little buddy, are you trying to attack me? Cause it ain't gonna work. Also, why is he not like taking damage? Wait, where did you come from, dude? Is like the server timeout or something? What is going on here? Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened. Something's not working right. Let's just do this. And I guess I'll turn chat on to see. Okay, we're not getting any results, so that's cool. Guess I could put a torch out. This poor dude just started on fire. Oh, excuse you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. No, I want that crown on. It gives me 8 damage resistance. So if my health point change would be 4 or less, my armor wouldn't take any damage, essentially. Something screwy's going on here. I don't know if the server is like timing out. Ooh, nice. I'll take that. I think my inventory might be full though. Nope. I'll just throw this cobble out here. Can't even throw the cobble out. What is a wooden axe? Why do I even have that? Coins? I don't need no stinking coins. I want this potion. Okay, that's really neato. It's not, by the way. This should not happen. What is going on? Well, I guess this is a great place to end this video. Oh, now he's taking some damage. Flickering all kinds of goofy colors. My status chat message still hasn't come back. I'm sure this is not helping things at all. Okay. Oh, hey, I have a... That's not the potion that was here, though. Because that's a pinkish colored one. Oh, hey, there's some stuff showed up. And I guess I picked up the Mies crystal fragment. Alright, well, we're just going to end it here because the server's experiencing some kind of an error. I don't know what. Anyway, that is the big armor/combat changes and overhauls. Some little tweaks yet to be made. By the time this video goes live, everything should be all ironed out with the final... Why is that starting on fire over there? With the final values, the server should be updated to Minetest 5.3. That's what I was thinking of, and for some reason I couldn't think. And yeah, if you have any, questions about how this armor stuff works, I'm gonna be putting and I probably won't be able to pull it up. No, it won't pull up. I'm gonna put another entry, or maybe expand on the entries in the server specific information in the help form, or the encyclopedia, with a little more of a breakdown on how the armor actually works. Of course, if you understand code, you can definitely just look at the code, not a bug, and you'll see exactly how the code works because you'll be looking at the actual code. And that'll wrap it up. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another episode, and I will see you then.